All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Card Talk. I'm Ryan, joined as always by Tyler and Lou. Lou is back after missing an episode last week and then not being in Dallas because he had some things to attend. We're going to get Lou's thoughts on what we messed up on last week's episode, and he's going to ask us some questions about Dallas. But first, we're going to start with what's on your mind. Get everybody's feel as we get into today's episode. So, Ty, you look like you're really contemplating something. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a whole thing.
yeah, Lou, like I'm just, it's been a week, and feels like there's a lot of people asking questions about, what's up with Lou? Is he still in the mix?
Makes sense. Start of the podcast.
Still in the game. There's a lot of people in Dallas that were like, look, I'm into buying some cards because Lou isn't here anymore. So I'm about it.
Sounds right.
And Kyle was like, look, you guys might, you might get a better table next time.
Mm-hmm.
Depends. Lou's not coming again, right? So
right.
Like, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot on my mind. But the number one thing that's on my mind was Dallas was lit. It was an interesting scene for sure. We can get into that. But what further was validated to me is Prizm color, meaning base is just, I believe, in a severe state of runoff, rundown. When you see Trae Young at his number, I think Luka somewhere moving in the 700-ish. I don't think we're seeing as much of a playoff pop. Maybe we'll get into it. But what I think we're going to see is a dip, a drop in base. And I think we're going to continue to see that. This is modern basketball. But I think parallel colors are going to be even in more demand because people are still very much into collecting, flipping, buying modern base rookies. But I think that not base, just a modern, Prizm and Mosaic product. And I think color, I'm just paying more and more attention to. I think we're going to see like a little bit of a decoupling in that regard.
Lou, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is I underestimated how much I actually cared about cards.
Sneaky.
I dramatically underestimated it actually because first of all, when I realized I wasn't going to make the podcast last week, I was extremely sad.
It was a great podcast.
Yeah, it was a great podcast. So part of me is upset because I might have been kicked off the podcast. I think Jason's going to end up stepping in. He'll take over for me. But and then after missing Dallas the whole weekend, I was looking at my phone like the whole weekend, just waiting to see what was happening. I was so prepared to go in there to sell stuff and make plays on. Like I was excited to buy stuff. I knew everything was down. I'm like, great. I can go in. I can get rid of some stuff that I've had for a while. I can move on, get into some rarer things that I've wanted to get into, etc. And I couldn't do any of that. So I just missed it. I missed it a lot. I'm excited to hear from you guys about what you did there. We actually didn't talk that much except for like just now. So, I missed it a lot.
Yeah, I think the thing on my mind coming back from Dallas would be the show scene is pretty intense right now. That seemed. I mean, I was in November, January, March. This is the fourth one I've been to, and it seemed to be the most attended one yet. I didn't feel like I didn't have much success in the March show. I thought the March show was the weaker one I've been to, but this one, I mean, dude, you couldn't walk through the aisles. Obviously, I didn't set up. I was behind the table hanging out with you guys here or there, but most of what I was doing was, I feel like the market's down, so I felt like there was some opportunity to make a play and, pick some things up. So that's what I focused more on. But, we did, we did a little vlog each day, and that's one thing I said Thursday when we were there was, Thursday was packed on
Thursday night.
Thursday night was crazy. I mean, the last couple times I went, like I got there, just get off the plane, check into the hotel, drop your stuff off, and go downstairs. And, we're getting there at the same time almost every time because our flight lands at like 6 something. So, I'm in the show at 7. Last couple times people are walking out. There's not many people in there just, saying hey. And there was a ton of people there on Thursday. And that seemed to be the theme throughout the show, right? Like when I left Saturday, midday tie, that was what, 3 o'clock local time. I mean, it was packed. You couldn't walk through the aisles.
Yeah.
So again, I agree with you on, base markets dipping, I just don't think that stuff is desirable. People are paying attention to the pop reports. I couldn't agree with you anymore there. But there was still a lot of people looking to make some plays in Dallas. So yeah, I'm excited because I think the National has until June 1st to make a decision on if it's going to happen or not. And I feel pretty good about that right now.
I thought they said it's happening. I thought it was done.
I didn't think they'd officially
They
announced.
haven't officially, but they said based on current. I think if nothing changes in the rule book that goes the opposite way for the state of Illinois, we're a go. I think that's what they said.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we're a go.
So yeah, feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Things are trending in our way, but it's been a weird year and a half.
Yep. Fair. So yeah, that the show scene is strong. That's what comes to mind.
And we'll get into Dallas on that. We'll dive in a little bit more. Lou, you can ask some questions because you weren't there, but
I have one very key question.
Bring it.
It's called a tease, guys. We're going right to Dallas.
Oh, you want to tease it?
I was gonna do a little tease. Like they'll throw like
cliffhanger. Got it.
Yeah.
Jay will work with that.
Figure that out.
All right, Lou. Well, now the time is for you. Talk about you missed the biggest week in cards ever.
Oh, biggest week in cards ever.
And then,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Q&A episode was interesting. There was a lot of things said. The number one thing I want to get to, Ryan's comment regarding pitchers and kickers was just like an outrageous comment. Like it's wrong. Like I know what you're going for. Like credit to you for going for the take. Like I respect that a lot. But it's outrageous. It's garbage. It's rubbish.
Can we get a little insight into the comparison between pitchers and kickers?
I think he was going for like pitchers are irrelevant, which is true.
Yeah.
But I would compare pitchers more to like
linebackers,
running backs, wide receivers. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure.
Receivers?
I would go receivers before I would go linebackers.
I'm thinking like middle linebackers.
Okay.
I mean, like right guard.
I don't know about that, guys.
Besides, okay, like take Kershaw out of it. Take, Bieber out of it. What are you? Who's selling?
Take the best players at any position out of it, and then compare it to the guys who stink.
Perfect.
Then we can
take out the best. Take out Darius Leonard of middle linebacker, and take out Clayton Kershaw out of pitcher. Who's selling for pitchers?
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna eat that one because I'm not. It's not even worth the argument because it's just so preposterous.
I just would love to know, like,
Ryan's rationale is if you take away the best people at the positions, then you can compare it to something else.
All I'm asking is who sells that's a pitcher for any amount of money.
Who sells as a pitcher?
As a pitcher for any amount of money.
Bauer, Shohei Ohtani.
Fair.
Shohei Ohtani.
As everyone knows on this podcast, I'm the biggest Ohtani fan on earth. I've always been the biggest.
I got
that's actually a really good one.
I got receipts.
I know. I'm joking.
Card, right? Purple.
Tyler did have some Ohtani takes.
He's been on fire. I was so wrong. I thought he would get hurt again or something. He's been out of control.
I feel almost as good as Ryan nailing Jokic for MVP, but not that good.
Yeah, that was a deep pull by Rye. Okay, so there was that one. And then there was something about hockey. Can we get into the hockey take that you had?
Sure.
Let's talk about it a little bit. I have like a general memory of it.
Were you saying game on two skates?
Let's rewind it for me. What were you saying?
Someone made a great, had great input. They phoned in to join the show, wrote in a great question.
They phoned in.
Just about, on their phone. They wrote on Instagram. They phoned it in. They mentioned about, the growth in hockey. Like, is there room, is there upside in hockey? And I said, I believe so, based on, the media rights deal, based on I believe it's been at NBC. They don't care. The rights deal's ending. You know, you got Connor McDavid. People don't even realize Sidney Crosby's still in the league. Malkin's like, you know.
I was in the car the other day and they said Evgeny Malkin, and I was like, that guy's still in the NHL.
Oh yeah, player.
He's got to be like 30 years in.
He's
right?
a player,
that guy's
is what he
55 years
is.
old.
Yeah, it's a grind. It's a sport for grinders. And so the you know, Disney, you know, is picking up the media rights deal, and Disney does what Disney does. They turn stars into bigger stars. And that's what's going to happen.
Okay. Again, we're just gonna let that one go. The fact that I missed the show for 1 week and we did pitchers or kickers and hockey is gonna blow up is I'll never miss an episode.
Where's your take on hockey?
My take on hockey is that if you told me Connor McDavid was on, you know,
the
Rangers, I'd be like, okay. Like
no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Come on now.
No,
I swear on my life.
He really said this morning he didn't know Connor McDavid played for the
no clue. Has he always been on the Oilers?
Yeah.
Do you know where the Oilers play?
Canada.
Yeah.
That's just a hockey yes. Edmonton.
Yes.
That's
a good job.
But yeah, I had no clue. That guy's like the best in the league.
I was gonna pick up a McDavid Young Guns when I was down there, and I was thinking about it. I was dancing back and forth, and then I didn't make the play. It's a play I think I'll come to regret. It had good subs, 9.5. I think it was listed at 2K cash. Probably could have made a 1850 play.
What was it? Like a auto or
nope? Just the standard Young Guns. Yeah.
What are his rares go for, Rye? Like his rare shit, like the patch autos and stuff.
Well, I mean, I know there was that sale not too long ago with the jersey number Cup rookie patch auto, and I want to say that did. I don't even remember. I don't want to sound silly and make up a number, but it was a ton. But I don't.
2015 Upper Deck Premier RPA.
Look up his future. So like future watch McDavid auto.
There's an exquisite for $1.5 million on eBay right now. If anyone
so
wants
Lou, his future watch auto, which is like one of the more desirable ones in hockey. An 8.5, which is so weird. A 9.5 and an 8.5 sold 1 day apart. In the 8.5 sold for $500 more than the 9.5 1 day later. Not sure how that happens. But yeah, his future watch auto is about $13,000 for a 8.5 to 9.5. There was a let's see here. Yeah,
do they have exquisites and stuff or no?
Yeah. There's one right here, $1.5 million.
The Cup is the big one in hockey. Look at this dude. Hold on. Yeah, you can buy an exquisite patch auto at a 97.95. It's up on eBay for $25K.
Got it. Okay.
But a fraction of the big,
yeah,
comparable items to basketball or football.
Yeah, listen, guys, my pledge to you is after hearing last week's episode, I'll never miss an episode again and let you guys sound so silly. I'll never do it again.
Keep the train.
Hand credit to me for admitting that I won't let you guys be that way anymore.
Listen,
it's a leader.
Right. Don't come on here acting like you're going to pick up some random, Joe Adele.
Hit a monster home run last night. Monster.
Did hit that ball pretty far.
Hit the laces off the ball last night.
It did unravel a little bit. I saw it while I was playing.
What channel was that on, Lou?
That was minor league baseball, so it was probably local CBS 17. Where you can also find the Man City game on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I was waiting on the same channel they put the EPL soccer game.
No,
they do Angels AAA and then Man City
Premier League.
Man City Grays Cup.
Watch it because they make you go to the game. All right, so there's no local channels. Right, it's a sport filled with passion.
All right, Lou. So you mentioned you had some questions about Dallas.
My first question is, my first number one most important question is, how did everyone react to the PWCC auction? Because I heard there was mixed reactions.
I didn't pick up on much of a.
You didn't pick up on much of that there.
Nope,
okay.
I didn't hear much.
And then
chatter.
Okay, and then high end stuff. Did you guys see any high end stuff floating around there?
Give me a what do you mean by high end?
Like rare LeBron autos, MJ stuff like that.
I mean, there's definitely some of them. I don't feel like it was nearly as much as what was in January. Like, I
Okay.
know Sasha picked up that, Kobe Exquisite. I think he ended up moving it.
My global question is, what was the pricing like on rarer stuff? Was it up? Was it down? Was it right around where it was last time?
I think the rare stuff is kind of sitting where it's at. I didn't see any like super down bad stuff. Feels like it's just leveled off. There's a lot of trades. A lot of trades going on for that stuff. A lot of people trying to trade 2-3 things to level up into like a little on-card Kobe.
And I saw a lot of that on
Cashier.
Twitter. I saw a lot of people say that on like Twitter. I saw some people say that on like IG stories. There was really a lot of people trying to take some of their like quantity and turn it into quality on that. And I heard from some dealers that said that was a pretty consistent theme throughout.
There's some thoughts I have because elephant in the room, market down, right? And I think that in Dallas, in general, I saw a lot of individuals trying to trade, and I'm balancing these two things. I think generally speaking, people that were in Dallas at this show had a phenomenal 3 days being involved in the hobby and jamming with people. The energy was high. I got there at I think noon on Friday, and from noon on Friday till 3 p.m. on Sunday, there was action, in my opinion. At tables, there was people there. People were walking around with cards. But there was buying. I was selling stuff. There's people selling. I was buying some stuff, working on deals, and there was a lot of trading going on. And I think that Twitter, if you pay attention to Twitter, there's been a lot of people just want to trade. People just want to trade up. People just want to trade down. That is natural. It doesn't always need to be just like cash and exchange. From the collectible standpoint, the relationship standpoint, the hobby, which is supposed to be fun and all that, I think it was an amazing fucking weekend. And I think that there were so many good link ups and so much good kind of celebration of people, this kind of emergence maybe from COVID of like, there was a lot of people that I feel like have had strong relationships over the last year and a half over cards that got to hang out all weekend. And maybe they weren't doing the most cash deals or taking money off the table, but people were trading cards and people were having a good time. And I think those are two separate energies to talk about. And what just clicked on me of just because there was trades going on doesn't mean that people didn't want to sell stuff.
Not everything needs to be. Not everything needs to be a 6-figure weekend.
That's exactly right.
That was what I was getting towards at the end. Was like it feels like everything was way more like like good card show, like fun vibes, as opposed to like let's go make a lot of money this week.
Yeah, and because there wasn't like, oh my god, everything's up, I need to buy this.
Because
2 seconds.
By the way, like what's not sustainable? Every 2 months you go make a bunch of money at a card show, and then you go back home and then you buy more stuff for the next card show. That's not sustainable at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a business if everything goes up 100% of the time. Correct. And you make money on every single sale. That's not a business. But I mean,
that's Fantasyland.
Side note, Lou, you mentioned some rare cards, some high-end stuff being there. My guy Tyler, who actually came up and introduced himself to Tyler at the show, Top Corner 1326 on IG, sold this. I'll show you this. He sold this at the show. This is probably one of the coolest cards I saw all weekend. So it's LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Kobe, Bird, Dr. J, Hakeem, and KG. Exquisite 8-piece patch, 3 of 3.
That's cool.
Probably one of the cooler patches I saw.
Hot Corner 1326.
Yeah, he came up to you. He had that Mike Trout Bowman Chrome X Factor.
Yep. I remember.
But again, cool cards. But yeah, Tyler, you mentioned like you were making buys, you were making some plays. Your stuff was also priced pretty close to the current market. And I just there was a lot of tables I went to where it was January pricing.
That was my question.
Like the market is not the same, right? These cards are down, especially a lot of that, Trey, Luka, Zion, Tyler Hero, Kobe White. Like Kobe White Prizm 10s aren't $200 anymore. I don't know what they ever got to, but those are $75 to $100 cards, I would assume. Like, and people have them in their showcase at $150 and then wonder why we're not making plays. Like that's not what they go for. I think people are, like we said before, people are getting smart. They're checking pop reports on that kind of stuff. So there were,
I sold a Jerry Rice PSA 9 this weekend that I bought for $41. I sold it for $2,400 cash.
Yeah, because that was a good investment, and it wasn't 2 months to turn it around. That's why.
So I took the L on it, but I was like, I had it in my case.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Sell it. Yeah, no, I took an L on it.
He went down.
I took an L on it because I wasn't going to price it at $4,000, and I was like, I'm either going to sell it or not sell it. The reason I sold it is because I believe in that Jerry card a lot, but I think that for my collection, I bought a ton of purple stuff. I bought more soccer stuff with that I feel good about going in to the national, changing up my inventory a little bit. Otherwise, I feel like that Jerry's it's not necessarily a collection card. So I was willing to move it.
We've talked about it 100 times on this show. I am a fan of feeling some pain. It's good to feel pain. You learn lessons in the pain.
Yeah, but we've talked about that before. Like, I still remember that conversation with MC Sports Cards when Mike came on here, right? Like, are you willing to suck it up and sell the card for a loss and put it into something you believe in more? Or are you going to be like, hey, this card's going to get back to 4,100, 4,200, whatever Tyler paid for it. It's going to get there one day one day. Maybe it's tomorrow. Right? And it may not, but some people are still holding out hope that, Luka PSA 10s are going back to $2,000. And, they've slipped 40% in the last 6 weeks, right? Are they going to go back up? Or are they going to go down? Like, are you willing to take that loss and move on and put it into something else? Or I just think that's an important lesson. So shout out to Ty for taking an L on that at the.
Let me ask one last quick question. Were there any good F1 cards?
Oh, F1 was
hot, dude.
Hot.
Guys, I told you.
F1 was
F1
hot.
chatter.
Yeah. I love F1.
There were some cool F1 chatter.
Sunday morning, we're getting ready for the wedding, and I was like, can someone get the ESPN on, get Monaco on the screen immediately?
That makes for a nice get ready for a wedding.
Oh, it was great vibes.
Prime for a Sunday
beverage.
Oh,
the boys were buzzing.
Yeah.
Just the Monaco views, the yachts. It was phenomenal.
It's a good job. It's really a good job.
But for real, F1 is in the mix.
There was definitely some F1 plays happening in Dallas.
Right. You need to get a good Lewis Hamilton. I'm just letting you know.
Good Lewis.
Good Lewis. He's the
what
best
about
ever.
like Verstappen?
No, Lewis Hamilton is the best ever.
We are, I think, probably like 17 days maybe from the Euros. England just announced their 33-man squad that'll go down to 26 on June 1st, a week from today.
Are they doing fans in the stands for Euros?
I think there'll be some fans in the stands. Yeah, I might sneak over there. Might sneak over and get in the mix. And the borders are open. We can travel.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about that.
I'm very seriously contemplating it. There was definitely a lot of soccer. Not from a biased point of view. There was a lot of footy. Mason Mount, obviously our guys, the soccer duo, husband and wife that have the same spot over there. They just be moving singles. They play the soccer game.
They got a lot of soccer.
Yeah, they got a lot.
I chatted with them
stuff.
for a little while.
They're good. They're the best people.
Great people.
They had a nice soccer trade night. Pulled up, made a couple deals. My guy Anthony, I think his name's Anthony.
Better be
soccer, F1, UFC. There was still some weird stuff. I sold my Luke Skywalker. Someone was pumped about that card. What else do we see? Mosaic and Sapphire. Like these Top Storm Sapphire sets. People like to collect those. Those feel like the new-ish base Prizm to me right now.
Those are a much more limited release.
Footy,
They're expensive, bro.
Yeah, they're
People
limited
are
release.
loving that stuff. I'm like,
Oh, for
what?
sure, because it's rare and it's cool.
What I'm saying is the subset that I feel like was in
People are excited about. I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not talking about like overproduced and like
No, I'm just
base
saying like buying power. I think has shifted
Like where the
from-
energy is, right?
That's where I feel like, and reason being, to you guys' point, is because I think people are realizing that there's a little bit less population. Not a little bit, probably a lot less. But I feel like that's the people that were playing that game are now doing it in that world a little bit.
Yeah, I do want to make a quick comment here for the National as we head into the National. I think when my goal for the National, I'd literally want to consolidate into like 5 cards.
Mm-hmm.
I want
the National, before the National, or after the National?
I want to get my energy towards bringing myself to have enough capital, enough stuff that I can move and have stuff going in that I want to be able to move into like 5 cards is probably low. It's probably like more like 10. It's like 3 old school wrestling cards that I really, really like, 2 or 3 really good F1 cards, like 2 or 3 really good basketball cards, 2 or 3 really good football cards, and just rock it. Like just long term that I feel really confident in. Good, rare autos, patches, stuff like that.
Do you worry that takes you out of like a weekly or monthly play type situation? If you've got a bunch of stuff that you like,
because I think I can say these are the cards that I want to not touch. I want to do like what you do, right? Where you have stuff that you are like collecting and that you're sitting on for a while. And then you have a pool of stuff that you can move at shows, move on eBay, wax you can move, stuff like that. Right now, it's like very combined for me, and I want to like separate it out. I want to have like one or 2 bangers in every sport that I care about, and move into other stuff. You know what I mean?
I made another die cut 9 play. And now I'm showing a Marcus Rashford 2016 Select Light Blue Prizm die cut.
Yeah, credit to Judy because I completely forgot that we have to like explain what we're talking about on the show.
Got a nice sub back from Rye right on day 1.
How's the subs been, Rye? Speed still good and everything?
Definitely getting them, back pretty quick.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of subs move in just the last couple. I mean, almost everything's moved. I saw Nat posted on Twitter that as of like 5/18, they've entered every single like submission they were behind on. I mean,
they're due to start making some announcements, right? That should be coming soon too, I would think.
July 1 is when they're supposed to resume.
I picked up this nice 2018 Foden purple velocity. As you can see, my purple collection grows. Tough on this card. The front is absolutely pristine. And just dominated on and off center back.
That hurts. How was the 130? I saw there's a lot of 137 cards at the show. Was there good stuff? What are we doing? Are you just we're
gonna have a nice collection. We're gonna put like a little set list together. Kind of, we're gonna have who gave us what. Bunch of people's were coming up. It was amazing. We met so many people. Came up, went through dollar boxes.
It's a really good idea.
It's fun, and we're gonna have kind of just like a running list of cards, what set they came from. We're gonna do a lot of TikTok content on @sports cards. Probably get some up on the site. Yeah, it's been a blast and great way to connect with people. And
I mean, I gotta say, I was walking around through the show, I was at the table, and the amount of generosity at this show, like I got 4 gifts when I was there. Like somebody like Donald, right when I had walked in the show, his IG, he actually runs a cool page on IG. It's called The Show Locator, where he posts about shows, trying to get that going.
Wow.
Very, very cool concept. But came up to me, he got KJ Hill, Chase Young, J.K. Dobbins, triple auto for the Ohio State PC. Got some more Joey Bosa stuff. Got some Joe Thomas. I talked to Jameel about this. Mealy Pops. It's I was blown away by that.
The Show Locator. I'm about it.
Oh, that's a
you know what I was thinking about, guys? So
what, Tyler?
Is Dallas the week before National?
Yes. Yes, it is. I will not be in Dallas next time.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do back-to-back travel.
I'm contemplating going to Dallas on Thursday.
We're supposed to have
staying there till Sunday.
I guess if
through
we're all
Sunday.
going, then I'm going. But
And
like,
then
I don't know.
driving to Chicago.
From
I'm not
No.
doing that. I promise. No, he said it's 2 weeks before. Jay said it's Dallas is the 15th.
Okay, that's different. Then if it's 2 weeks, I could probably do it. But if it's, I can't do back to back. Let's say you know what's an interesting concept? Maybe we do Ryan's store and we drive from Ryan's store to Chicago together. The boys road trip to Chicago. It's a vlog for the ages.
Oh my goodness! It might be necessary. Nashville's
How long-
crazy.
that
Are we
drive's
getting there
not that far,
Tuesday,
right?
Lou, or
8
Wednesday?
hours?
What's going on?
I am planning to be there on Tuesday.
Very cool. Very cool.
How long is the drive, right? It can't be that long. 8 hours?
To Chicago? No, it's less than. It's like 5:40.
Oh, I mean, that's a must. Do you fly there normally or drive?
It just depends if we're setting up or if we're just going just to walk around, and we're setting up, so we'll definitely drive.
You'll definitely drive.
Sounds like a Tuesday morning episode recording and hightail on to. I can
It'll probably
already
be a
smell
Monday
the-
morning episode
Listen.
recording. I'll likely leave on Monday.
Oh,
Maybe.
big week.
Maybe we get a little van and we
We're
record
recording
from the van
back.
From the van.
on the way there.
Barstool style.
That could be a play.
We might. need to get
Jay's
so
driving.
crazy. I
Yeah,
might
Jay's
rent
driving.
the RV and just go to car shows all summer.
I do think it'll, we talked about this down in Dallas. I think it'll be interesting to see what's hot at the National with the way the market's just kind of, it's
All right, so
all
it's
over.
end of July.
Yep.
Football will be coming. Baseball will be classic summer baseball. Footy will be on the back end of, I think Euros will have just ended. Maybe there will be some Mbappe news to Liverpool, which would ramp those things up. Basketball, the champion will be crowned by then. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So things may be soft.
By the way, basketball players are way too long.
Basketball players have always been like 6 weeks.
I'm letting you know. I'm thinking about it now. The idea that the Knicks played on Sunday and then they're not playing again until Wednesday is crazy.
Well, it used to be best of 5 first round.
What is
And
it
it's
now?
now 7.
Now it's 7, and there's like 6 games before you even start the fucking best of 7 series.
Insane, man. It's so much.
It used to be best of 5, 7 for the conference semis, 7 for the conference, boom, and then the finals. Now,
So, Todd, before we go back into the National, real quick, just a quick hitter.
are we doing this?
After you've seen a game from every team, who are you picking to win it all?
Who am I picking to win the chip?
Yep, right now.
Well, Chris Paul's injury is scary. Like, I really
We're picking
like
champion.
Yeah, 1 game in. Champion, it may be. I think we're gonna see Bucks, Suns.
I'm gonna go Nets. I'm gonna go Nets, Clippers.
The Nets are so good.
They're out of control good. And I'm gonna go with the Nets as the champion. They're
The Clippers, brother. I just hate to break it to you, but they're not winning anything.
I literally almost want to pick the exact same thing Lou did because I'm not sure the Lakers are getting out of that side. They just look lazy.
They got nothing. Yeah,
And then the Clippers
there's
don't.
no shot.
The Clippers wouldn't play the Lakers till the finals, and if the Lakers lose, the Clippers have a much easier path.
And
I'm
didn't
definitely
Memphis,
picking the Nets.
run down Utah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Utah's trash, bro.
That's the number 1 seed. Like,
Yeah, Trash is the best team in the league.
yeah, they're literally the best team.
We've all seen it occur.
That's why I'm picking the Clippers.
I'm going Nuggets, Nets. I'm picking Joker. I picked him for the finals. Even with Murray, that team is still good. MPJ it can play, right? Like he's not, Kevin Durant, but he's good.
He's the Tyler
And
Hero of 2021.
maybe, but Nets are just too, I mean,
They're not even on the same universe of talent.
oh, that's okay.
The most important part is the Nets are the best team in the league.
Yeah,
The
but
Nets are, right?
if they're healthy, that
But
team is.
I don't know, bro. The Bucks are good.
Bucks look good, yeah, right. But
And the one thing
they
about the
gotta
Nets,
run right into each other.
the one thing about the Nets is like, we're gonna do Blake 30 minutes a night. Like that's what we're going for. 20 minutes out of Blake. We're gonna rely on that guy. You know,
It's Bucks Suns.
the Suns.
The Suns are freaking good.
That was
man.
for Nate. That was for
we
Nate.
talked
That
about
wasn't
this.
for you.
We talked about this in the NFL. What is the best matchup for cards in the NBA Finals? For cards, only cards. What
Nets
is the
Lakers,
best
right?
matchup? See, I don't know.
It's definitely Nets.
I think it's got to be younger guys.
I mean, if the Hawks can,
Hawks Mavericks.
I really hope that.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Trey Luca.
Yeah.
Jason said I'm betting on Brian's prediction, whatever it is.
I don't
That
know.
makes
I
sense.
think the Suns would be sick too.
Yeah, Devin Booker. That would definitely help.
Like, if Devin Booker makes it to the finals, and then he goes and becomes a Knick. I mean,
I saw a
we're
really
talking
good. I saw a really good meme about like when LeBron got in trouble for that it was like Devin Booker and Kendall like planning to get LeBron suspended so they can get through the series.
That's a good job. They're just a better team.
So
Suns.
Okay. Matchup for cards. You gotta pick one. What are you picking, Ty?
Matchup for cards. What am I picking? Matchup for cards.
Yeah.
Suns, Nets. But like Bucks too. Like
I'm picking Bucks Mavericks.
I like that. I think that's a smart pick because if Giannis actually gets there,
Can I tell you guys I had a take this weekend that I came up with and I want to workshop it with you guys.
Wait.
was it
Is this I like this take if this is the one I think you're going to. Let's get to
Lamar
that.
one?
Yes. Give me your pick. Best pick for cards.
Best pick for cards. I'm gonna go Hawks Mavs.
I like that one.
Trey was freaking.
And he was talking after too.
Yeah.
I love
Miss
when
me
they
with
talk
that
after making a
haircut,
play.
bro. Damn.
People
All right,
hate
so-
Dre. I didn't know that.
So Lou, Lou texted us this before, like as we're walking into Dallas, and this take is super interesting. This is going to cause some controversy, but Lou,
Jay, fire up the social clips. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, is this the take?
yeah, this he texted it to us the other day. and
I
I'm
know. I was kind of like,
interesting.
I think it's interesting. So I was thinking, I was sitting Saturday hanging out, and it kind of came to me that I think Giannis and Lamar are very, very similar. I think there's a lot of hype early surrounding those two players. I think they've both struggled in big moments or not come away successful in big moments. And if the Bucks get bounced early again, it's going to get spooky for Giannis.
it might get spooky early.
And people hate Lamar. People are done with Lamar. That guy's over. I'm very happy we're airing this one out, Jay.
Yeah, Lamar's career.
It's not that hot, I don't think. Like I think it's kind of like pretty basic.
It's kind of a straightforward take.
Rye.
It's such I told you I'm
It's
like
a sneaky little like comparison.
it's really not that bad. Like it's, not the worst thing.
that bad.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Like
They had a lot of hype. This is where it comes from. It comes from they both had a lot of hype coming out of college. Obviously, it was a little different. Like Giannis was more under the radar. Lamar had a big chip on his shoulder. He overcame a lot of whatever. They both were MVPs very early in their career, right?
Mhm.
Played at an extremely high level. And then when it came to the playoffs, they've both not succeeded. And they've looked a little bit questionable. Like, are teams now fouling Giannis when it comes to the end of the games? Like, they're just like, get him on the line, let him miss free throws? Is that what's going on?
They probably should. Same deal with
That's a problem.
Same deal with Ben Simmons, right?
Totally. So, yeah, I think that's where it comes from. I think if the Bucks get bounced early again, it's going to get really interesting for Giannis's cards. It can get really interesting.
yeah, I mean, I would definitely love to see Giannis at least make the Eastern Conference Finals, if not go to the finals. That would definitely help. I mean, back-to-back MVPs at 26 is There's not many people in the NBA that
Totally.
have ever done that. That's pretty impressive. I think he's a top 3 player in the league. But
can't say the same about Lamar.
You can say he was an MVP, that's for sure.
Not back to back though.
It's really hard to go back to back MVPs. Absolutely.
That's pretty hard to do. Like, Giannis is only 26, 27 now. I mean, he's not that old. Him and Luka are the face of the NBA. Like LeBron and, KD's been in the league 14 years. LeBron's been in the league
That's crazy.
18 years.
14 years in. Crazy.
They've been in the league a long time.
We're getting old.
Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, I remember playing with LeBron NBA Live 2005, baby.
We're getting real old. Yeah, I saw Melo's getting booed in Denver. That's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
Melo was
I
great
love
in Denver.
No, but he kind of forced his way out. He was one of the early force his way out guys.
Yeah, because George Karl was crazy in the front office. Had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah, and then they also pillaged the Knicks.
Yeah, like they should be thrilled.
They killed the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, literally, we traded the deed to the Garden for
pretty much.
All right, so let's get into latest launch. Get ready to wrap this week's episode up. This is actually a pretty big week for releases. There are 3 2021 football products that come out this week. 3
Legacy,
of them.
Right?
Legacy is one. Contenders Draft Picks is one. And then Leaf Metal Football Hobby and Jumbo is one. You also have Topps Sterling Baseball, SPX Hockey, Court Kings Basketball, and those are the big ones.
It's a lot of product.
A lot of product in 1 week. Ty, Lou, any initial thoughts on that?
Legacy's a cool one. It's college uniforms though, right?
Yep, it's all college. You're gonna have college for a little while. They don't have photos of these guys.
They're cool cards though, right? Like what does a Herbert Legacy do right now? Like $500, $300?
No. So college stuff is cool for college collectors or at the moment if you're like trying to get something of these guys because there's not a ton of stuff that typically is out before the season.
You know what I've noticed?
They don't hold. Go ahead.
They don't hold values. How you're saying?
Yeah, they're not like by the time everything else has come out, Legacy is going to be in the bottom of the list. It's just popular now because there's nothing else in college collector. I personally enjoy collecting Ohio State uniforms. So I like this stuff because I'll keep it, in my collection.
BYU fans are all in on Zach. So I think you might see some weird Zach Wilson prices coming out early with the college stuff. Sure. They're fired up about him. So just a little thing I've noticed.
I'm just holding my breath for Champions League soccer. It's supposed to be coming in the next 2-3 weeks, I believe. I am fully focused on Topps Chrome Champions League soccer.
Yeah, it's good to see 2021 football coming out. I think having this much product early with like Score, Leaf Metal, Legacy, Contenders, like Trevor Lawrence. This class, I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. This class is built for card success with 5 QBs in the top 15, some big names going big places like Najee, Chase,
some good inside linebackers.
Parsons. Yeah, Parsons, very similar to a pitcher. But I think there's a lot of potential with this class, and I think it will do very, very well this year. So I'm certainly intrigued and glad to see multiple 2021 products coming out. So should be a fun week. So Ty, Champions League. Before we sign off, who's winning?
Who's winning the Champions League? I believe Chelsea is going to win the Champions League. I believe Chelsea is going to win the Champions League over Manchester City.
They got lucky this past weekend. They blew it against Aston Villa.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy at the show. Yeah, there was vibes at the show, bro. There was a massive flat screen TV for playoff basketball. I mean, it was lit.
And you know one thing we didn't talk about? Lefty.
What? Man, Lefty.
What is Lefty?
Like Lefty?
Like Phil Mickelson?
Like the legend himself. Guy became the oldest. Honestly, one of the all-time sports moments. Could you imagine being 55 and watching that?
No, I get it.
He's about to turn 51 this upcoming week. The guy won in aviators and 3 pieces of CBD gum chawing hard. And he was doing like freaking breathing routines. He was saying mantras and stuff down 18. Then he got like 70,000 people like grabbing at his head.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. You guys are saying Lefty, like I should just know that off the top of my head.
No, you definitely should.
You should. Like,
Guys, I had a couple things going on this weekend. I wasn't really tuned into the PGA Championship. My bad.
Yeah, but Lefty's like that's not like.
No, it's like an all-time sports story.
I don't know if you're talking about like Lefko getting married, Lefty, Left guy. I don't know where we're going.
Definitely
like,
shout out to Lefko, our guy.
Okay, so like, can I get like a little clue? Like, you don't got to jump down.
That's Lefko. That ain't Lefty.
It could be anything. I don't know.
Let's leave with a question. You, the listener. When we said Lefty, did you immediately know what it
said Mickelson? Oh my god!
Did you immediately know what it was, or did you not? We would love to hear from you. Card Talk Pod on IG or Twitter. Reach out. But that's all I got.
And tag Lou in it too, just so he feels it through the day. Look, Lefty, guy won a major championship.
Let's end the episode.
That's all we got.
Bye.
Peace.